National Home Ownership Month, and we're talking about resources you can use to help you if you're in the market for a new home. Chip Vonderburgy with Regions Bank is here with more on home buying tips. Thanks for coming by. And we all know it's expensive. It seems like the price just keeps going up for a new home, but the market is pretty hot right now on the coast.
Yeah, it is. We were just talking about that. This is kind of prime buying season. It seems to be a lot of people want to get in before the school year starts. That way you can get in that school district that you want. So this is a really popular time, and things are heating up. And I think that's why they kind of do National Homeownership Month in June. So
yeah,
that
it makes sense right
yeah.
there when people are looking for a home. So what are some tips or advice you can have for people that are looking for a home that might be unsure about the process?
Yeah, so there's no better place to start than right now, but I would go to regions.com/nextstep. We actually have a webinar coming up. It's called Your Road to Homeownership, and basically it's going to prepare you and give you a lot of tips and things like that for first-time home buyers or even people in the market now. Just kind of tells you what to prepare for, what to look out for, and it's a live webinar, but it's free for anyone, so you don't have to be a Regions customer.
That is a great resource, and that's coming up, you said, on June 19th?
Yep, June 19th, 9:30 a.m., and it is live, but it is going to be on our website afterwards, so it's on demand.
Yeah, people get checked out anytime. Even with the interest rates, there was a lot of conversation in the last few years about the interest rates being so high, but are we getting some relief right now?
Yeah, interest rates are actually come down, year over year. So, I mean, they can be anywhere in the 5.75 to 7 range, but it all depends on, credit history. Interest rates, down payments, things like that. Those are things you can kind of, look at on an individual basis. But that's kind of a myth to think you have to have a perfect credit score or a ton of money to put down to buy a house. So,
what are some of the biggest obstacles people face in home ownership if they think that, I just don't have enough money, or what is it?
Yeah, and that's some of those myths we were talking about. Some people think you have to have a ton of money for a down payment, or you have to have, a perfect credit score, when in fact it doesn't necessarily have to happen that way. So there's a lot of those resources on our website at theregions.com/nextstep. We have a whole tab for home ownership, especially this month. So that kind of breaks it down and kind of opens your eyes to say, hey, look, maybe I can, get into that new home and that dream home I've been thinking about.
Give it a shot. We did a story earlier this week on the state looking into some possibilities to help lower the cost of for first-time home buyers, and that's maybe giving tax breaks to builders and this kind of thing. What are some things out there that can maybe bring down the cost of a home?
Yeah, so a lot of the times you can kind of work with your realtor or mortgage originator to figure out some of those breaks and some of those things and incentives that you may not know about. There are some programs in certain areas where you can get into the home with no down payment at all. So there's a lot of things that people don't necessarily know about. So those resources kind of help you out to educate you,
especially for first-time home buyers. There, well, Chip, thanks for stopping by from Regions Bank, and let's get the 6U Long Beach All Stars going. All right, okay.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, he's also a coach on the side. Thanks for joining.